There's something about a road running off into the distance that calls to people in a strange sort of way. It could be dirt or paved, but whatever it is, there's a kind of mystery that comes along with a path that winds into the unknown. Most people who come into Vernal, Utah do so on Highway 40 and move quickly through town on their way to Salt Lake or into Colorado. Today, I'm doing the exact opposite. I'm exploring slowly and discovering roads that lead right out of town through surprising history and beauty. Some are well known and others rarely traveled, but each offers an experience unique to this area.
Probably the number one is the scenic byway, Flaming Gorge. That's probably my favorite, but there's Dry Fork Canyon and there's Taylor Mountain. And when they finish the highway, we'll be able to go across the Book Cliffs to Moab. I never get tired of Flaming Gorge. When I drop off that mountain and I see that Sheep Creek, it never gets old.
Randy Beers knows the roads around Vernal better than most. As a local Harley dealer, you'll often see him out riding his motorcycle on a warm summer afternoon, experiencing the majesty of his own backyard in Uintah County. I decided to take his advice, and first I hit Highway 191, which leads north right from downtown. Almost immediately, I'm in a world removed from what you expect even on a country drive. Towering sandstone bluffs dot the landscape on your way to Flaming Gorge as you travel literally through eons of time in the space of 5 minutes. Signs on the side of the road actually give you more information about what you're looking at and from what era the formations hail. It's like driving through a museum, but where the blue sky acts as your ceiling and each corridor takes you further back in time. Highway 191 is on the east side of town, but there is another drive on the west that is equally as beautiful and actually leads to dirt roads that stretch high into the Uintahs. Dry Fork Canyon is a ribbon that winds along towering rock walls. After a few miles, you hook up with Red Cloud Loop and the off-road trails of the forest. These actually lead along some surprising paths. Very quickly, I was high enough to look down on Red Fleet and Steinecker reservoirs, meandering through stone and sand. And you'll definitely want a four-wheel drive because some of the areas are a bit dicey up here and you can get stuck pretty easily.
All right, this guy's had a bitter day. All right, if you're ever taking a dump truck full of dirt out on the sandy road, you better be pretty careful, I think.
Now, he eventually got dug out, but I definitely would not want to be the one doing the towing here. Now, you can take these trails all the way back around to Highway 191 on the east, or straight back to Dry Fork if you want. And this part of Dry Fork is perfect for motorcycles, since the twists and turns make for an extremely enjoyable experience on two wheels.
You know, the freedom and the relaxation, you know, people that don't ride just don't realize that you completely forget all your worries and just have a good time.
The great thing about exploring these roads and trails is that they introduce you to a side of the basin that most people will never see. Now, it's not particularly far to find these dirt roads. I think I was only 10 minutes up the road from where I started that I found my first public right-of-way. And of course, the highways themselves lead right out of town. It's all very easily accessible. And then once you're done for the day, you head back into Vernal where you can eat and sleep and be comfortable, and everybody's friendly, and the entire town has this great cozy feel.
You know, it's still a small town and you can trust people, and a lot of my business is done with a handshake still. You know, we have travelers from all over the world and they are just really surprised.
Vernal is full of history, both prehistoric as well as far more recent. And it was a great experience for me today to just drive out among that history and see the old structures and the ancient sand dunes that give this land so much of its character. We often go to great lengths to find adventure, but sometimes it's as simple as climbing in your car and finding the right road. If you do that, well, adventure will more often than not find you.
All you have to do is come try it, you'll be back.
There is so much beauty out here, most people don't even know it exists. Well, if you want to come out here and explore Uintah County, Vernal is your base camp. They have hotels, they have restaurants, museums, everything you could possibly want for a more urban adventure. And then within 5 minutes of town, you have everything you could want, Dry Fork Canyon, and all of this beauty. Well, for At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Human. Now back to you guys. Hey guys, if you liked that video, you're going to want to watch all of our other AYL videos. You're going to want to like it, you're going to want to share it, and you're going to want to subscribe, right? See all the buttons right here? This is what you're going to want to do, right? Click on them, because we have some really cool videos, all kinds of behind the scenes stuff, bloopers of Alicia crashing and stuff.
Why you gotta have so me out like that, Steven?
So you want to click all of these things and subscribe to our channel because At Your Leisure is awesome, and we'll see you here for more videos.